history. We are actually going to chat to 3 of the original Doctor Who's here on the couch next. Okay, so it's hard to believe, but it's been 50 years since cult TV classic Doctor Who first graced our screens, and to celebrate the anniversary, some of the Doctors are actually here. The 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy, and 8th Doctor, Paul McCann. Doctors, good morning to you. This is in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm very excited as a super nerd to have 3. I mean, that means I've only got 8 more to go to meet all the Doctors, so to complete the set.
Yeah, David is a fanatic, but what I want to know is, what do you think is the secret to its success?
Oh, good question, good question.
There you are, you're the man.
Well, there are also so many stories under the sun, 5. And mankind's brilliance is we take these 5 stories and change them and make them interesting. One of the stories of those 5 is someone coming from outside our planet, down onto the Earth, taking on human form, and looking after us, trying to help us fight evil. Religions have been started on it. It's one of those magic stories, and I think that's the reason why it's lasted so long.
So good versus evil.
Good versus evil, someone coming from outside the planet down, taking on human form and helping us.
It's the Lone Ranger, who was that masked man.
Yeah.
It's
Batman.
Clint Eastwood.
It's Jesus. It's Jesus.
It's Jesus, yeah, it's absolutely got so many things. So, OK, there's been 11 Doctors. I mean, what do you think the secret is to that extent? Is it that thing? Or is it also the sort of fabulous boys' own adventure of it all? You know what I mean? That sort of sci-fi playing into the sort of
there's
geekdom.
heroics involved, isn't he? He is a hero.
It's Indiana Jones in a way, too.
And I think, you know, for kids, particularly the young kids, there's something good about him. It's goodness, it's dark, you know, it's the light.
And he uses his mind. That's the thing. He solves problems.
Yeah.
He's cerebral. He doesn't wear his underpants outside his trousers.
He doesn't need to, does he?
He's not one of those guys.
And he fights monsters. Now, speaking of, what is your favourite monster?
Contradiction in terms. Our favourite monster.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be a Dalek.
I'd say Daleks.
A Dalek.
You think Dalek is the ultimate?
Yeah.
Not Davros or anyone like that? That sort of going.
Well, Davros as creator of the
As the creator of the Daleks, that you think?
Does get in there with the Daleks, really.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't really feel I was a doctor until I defeated the Daleks.
Is that like a rite of passage for a doctor?
that
I
was.
defeated the Daleks.
No, I defeated the Daleks.
No, I
I blew up Scarrow.
This is what
I
happens.
I
This
blew
is
up
what
I
happens.
blew up
more
Scarrow.
Daleks than you.
Oh, no, I had more Daleks.
Darling, let's not talk about the
They've all
Daleks
even
now,
traveled in
darling.
the same car, I tell you.
Can I ask you, as actors, to take on a role like this, and people like David Tennant and Matt Smith have been talking about it more in recent times, it's a lot of pressure, isn't it? For because it's such a beloved character. Did you feel that when you got offered the role, Paul, for instance, yourself?
For me, it was slightly strange because there was a kind of interregnum, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was this period of a few years in the middle where there wasn't a doctor, and when I was involved, the pressure was really on to, I don't know, keep the momentum going more than anything. It is a pressure, though.
What do you think of the new series?
It's fantastic.
Is there a new series?
Yeah, with Matt Smith.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think Matt Smith is fantastic.
I think it's amazing. When I heard they were...
This is my Matt Smith sonic screwdriver,
right.
which you said you'd never had sonic screwdrivers.
No, because the producer at the time decided it was too easy for writers to get the Doctor out of trouble, because all they had to do was just pull out their sonic screwdriver and bang.
Back in my Doctor days, there was no sonic
When I
screwdriver.
was a
Yes,
doctor.
I didn't have one. And so
had
the writers had to use their imagination to get us out of
string
trouble.
and plasticine and bits of paper.
Walking
and-
sticks.
Yes.
Yeah. And we,
Living in a cardboard box, that kind
Yes.
of thing, yeah.
Now, the 50th anniversary is this year. They're currently filming a 50th. Now, there is a picture that was released last night of Matt Smith and David Tennant at a reading. Will there be other Doctors involved in the 50th? Will there be... There we go, there's a picture there.
Well, they're actually making it now, so the likelihood is, as we're...
We'll make sure we're 10,000 miles away.
Quick, they've gone. Let's
Can you
make
jump in the
program.
TARDIS and get over there quickly?
that might be the only way they'll do it.
Oh, that's sad, I think. I think it should be... Everyone should involve.
That's so... Yeah, all the fan bases all over the world believe that, but not the producers.
Well,
of the BBC.
your viewers have been looking at pictures of us on the screen just now, and perhaps, well, in my case, certainly, you can see why they are not using this to go, because I look nothing like what I looked like originally. So the viewers will be very confused.
The fans are passionate, aren't they, about the show? Is it as popular, more popular now?
I think it's more popular now.
It's different popular.
Yeah.
Now it really is. Well, it was a family programme back then, But it's become more so now at conventions that we go to. Suddenly there's loads of families with kids coming, not just those old fans who soldiered on from the 80s.
So
when
another
it stopped.
generation of
There's
people
a whole new
watching.
generation.
And North America particularly.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, whereas 20, 30 years ago, that wasn't the case.
And it's moving into Spain and Latin America.
Wow.
Can I ask you, do you all have your own cult fans? Like, I only ever prefer, Paul's Doctor or Cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, once I was walking down the street and a Doctor Who fan came up and he was shaking with excitement and he had loads of things to sign. Please sign this. Doctor Who's the most wonderful thing in the world. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's great. Can I take your photograph? Oh, this is great. You're my 5th favourite Doctor. There were 7 at the time, so at least I wasn't last. But, they do have their favourites. Yes. I mean, the reason why I carry a stick is that just in case, Colin Baker's fans come and, because I took over from Colin, they might not.
What's the craziest thing a Doctor Who fan's ever said to you? Or asked you for? Have they asked you for, deep questions like, in episode 24,
that
series
happens
6...
all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
I saw a piece of string on a machine man, and it's like,
Yeah, you're constantly questioned about tested really, aren't you, about the
And do you have the answers?
No, they have
usually
the answers.
not.
No, they've got the answers.
You guys open it up to the audience and let
There's
them
people who could have a PhD in this stuff. There's so much of it.
I did once have a
Yeah.
fan.
50 years of it.
That's David. He has a PhD.
No,
in
there is
Doctor
somebody
Who.
here, Rob McKnight, who's actually won a competition on TV
Yes.
about Doctor Who.
Yes, I think
like,
themed
he's
an
super
entire
fan.
episode of his online show around Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think you'll meet him in a second. He'll come. There,
He'll be, he's down here. There
He's
you
gonna be out
go.
here
What do you
somewhere.
know? If you'd like to meet the Doctors in person, Culture Shock is holding events in Sydney and Brisbane. Check out our website for all the details. Thank you so much for
Gentlemen,
coming on,
thank
gentlemen.
you
It's been
so much.
fabulous.
Pleasure.